The Olympic Games, a global spectacle celebrated for athletic prowess and international camaraderie, find their roots in ancient Greece. These games, steeped in tradition and steeped in ritual, were more than just athletic competitions. They represented a time for peace, a sacred truce amongst the often warring city-states.
The very first Olympic Games, according to historical records, were held in Olympia in 776 BC. This marked the beginning of a tradition that would continue for nearly 12 centuries, shaping the cultural landscape of ancient Greece.
The ancient games were intrinsically linked to the worship of Zeus, the king of the gods in Greek mythology. Held in Olympia, a sanctuary site dedicated to Zeus, the games served as a tribute to the gods. The Olympics were a testament to the Greeks' belief in physical excellence as a reflection of divine favor.
Victors were not merely celebrated for their athletic achievements, but were seen as embodying the ideals of strength, skill, and determination that the Greeks held in high regard. These early games were simpler in scale compared to the multi-sport extravaganzas we know today. The sole event in the inaugural games was the Stadion, a foot race covering approximately 192 meters.
Over time, however, the games expanded to encompass a wider range of disciplines. Boxing, wrestling, chariot racing, and the pentathlon, a test of 5 different athletic skills, were gradually incorporated, reflecting the evolving nature of the games and the growing emphasis on diverse athletic abilities.
The ancient Olympics were more than just a sporting event, they were a cornerstone of ancient Greek culture. The Games provided a platform for athletes from various city-states, often at odds with one another, to come together in the spirit of competition and camaraderie. This temporary cessation of hostilities, known as the Olympic Truce, underscored the unifying power of the Games. The Olympics transcended the political and social divisions of the time, fostering a sense of unity and shared identity amongst the Greeks. Olympia, the site of the ancient Olympic Games, was more than just a sporting venue, it was a sacred sanctuary. Nestled in the western Peloponnese, Olympia was home to numerous temples, altars, and monuments dedicated to the gods, most notably, the massive Temple of Zeus.
This colossal structure housed a magnificent statue of Zeus, one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world, further solidifying Olympia's status as a prominent religious center. The Olympic Games were held every 4 years, marking a period known as an Olympiad. This 4-year cycle became a standard unit of timekeeping in ancient Greece, highlighting the significance of the Games in their calendar and cultural consciousness.
The Games were held in high summer, drawing crowds from all corners of the Greek world. Spectators, including men from all walks of life, would journey for weeks to witness the spectacle of the Games, turning Olympia into a bustling hub of activity.
The atmosphere at Olympia during the Games was electric. The air buzzed with anticipation as athletes, their bodies glistening with oil, prepared to showcase their skills. The roar of the crowd, their cheers echoing through the stadium, fueled the athletes' determination. Victory in the Games was highly coveted, bringing not only glory and fame to the victor, but also honor and prestige to their respective city-states.
Winning athletes were treated as heroes. They were showered with accolades, awarded laurel wreaths, and their victories were immortalized in poetry and song. Their triumphs transcended the realm of athletics, becoming symbols of civic pride and embodying the Greek ideals of physical and moral excellence. The Olympic Games, held on sacred ground, served as a testament to the Greeks' reverence for physical prowess and their unwavering belief in the pursuit of excellence.
The ancient Olympic Games were a testament to the Greek ideal of a sound mind in a sound body. Athletes who competed in these ancient contests were held in high esteem, their physical prowess seen as a reflection of their character and discipline. These athletes, representing various city-states, trained rigorously for years, their sights set on the coveted olive wreath, the symbol of victory.
The Games were initially a one-day event, featuring only the Stadion race. However, as the Games grew in popularity and prestige, so too did the variety of events. Over time, the Games expanded to include a range of disciplines, testing the strength, speed, and agility of the competitors.
Boxing, a brutal contest of endurance, was introduced, along with wrestling, a test of skill and technique. Chariot racing, a thrilling spectacle that combined speed and horsemanship, became a crowd favorite. its inclusion highlighting the aristocratic nature of some events. The pentathlon, a true test of all-around athleticism, emerged as a prestigious event, encompassing 5 disciplines: running, jumping, discus throwing, javelin throwing, and wrestling.
The inclusion of these diverse events showcased the multifaceted nature of athleticism in ancient Greece. Participation in the games was restricted to free-born Greek men. Women were forbidden from competing or even attending the games, a reflection of the patriarchal structure of ancient Greek society. However, despite these limitations, the games drew competitors from across the Greek world, transcending social and geographical boundaries. The athletes competed not just for personal glory but also for the honor of their city-states, adding an extra layer of significance to their endeavors. Section 4. Decline and Fall. The End of an Era. The Olympic Games, a cornerstone of ancient Greek culture, thrived for centuries, their legacy echoing through time. However, the games that had once symbolized unity and athletic excellence were not immune to the tides of history.
As the Roman Empire rose to prominence, absorbing Greece into its vast dominion, the Games began their slow decline, their significance gradually waning. The Romans, while initially respectful of the Games' traditions, gradually imposed their own values and practices.
The sacred truce, once sacrosanct, was often disregarded, and the Games began to lose their pan-Hellenic character. The influx of Roman influence led to the inclusion of gladiatorial contests and other spectacles that strayed from the original spirit of the Games.
The rise of Christianity within the Roman Empire further contributed to the Games' decline. The Christian emperors, viewing the Games as pagan rituals, grew increasingly hostile towards them. The emphasis on physical prowess and the glorification of the human form clashed with the tenets of the burgeoning Christian faith.
In 393 AD, Emperor Theodosius I, a devout Christian, issued a decree abolishing the Olympic Games, marking the end of an era. The once sacred grounds of Olympia fell into disrepair, the temples and stadiums slowly crumbling under the weight of time. The Games, once a symbol of Greek unity and athletic spirit, were consigned to the annals of history, their legacy seemingly lost to the passage of time. Section 5. A New Hope. The vision of Pierre de Coubertin. The Olympic Games, dormant for centuries, lay buried beneath the ruins of Olympia, their memory kept alive only in the writings of ancient historians. However, the spirit of the Games, the ideal of international competition and camaraderie, was not extinguished.
In the late 19th century, a French aristocrat named Pierre de Coubertin, inspired by the ideals of the ancient games, embarked on a mission to revive this ancient tradition, breathing new life into the embers of Olympia. Coubertin, a visionary educator and historian, believed in the power of sport to promote peace and understanding among nations.
He saw in the ancient Olympic Games a model for international cooperation and athletic excellence, a model that he believed could be adapted for the modern world. Coubertin envisioned a world where nations could come together, not on battlefields, but on playing fields, their rivalries channeled into peaceful competition.
Coubertin's vision extended beyond the athletic arena. He believed that the Games could serve as a platform for cultural exchange, fostering dialogue and understanding between different cultures. He envisioned the Games as a celebration of human achievement, a testament to the limits of human potential.
In 1894, Coubertin organized an international congress in Paris, where representatives from 12 nations gathered to discuss his vision. The Congress unanimously approved Coubertin's proposal to revive the Olympic Games, marking a pivotal moment in the history of sport. The International Olympic Committee, or IOC, was established, tasked with organizing and overseeing the Games. A new era had begun, one that would see the Olympic Games rise from the ashes of history to become a global phenomenon.